Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dinosaur here to bring you another cast. Please excuse the mess generally behind me. I will be in the process of moving out very shortly, and my dog just went away. Kelly, are you gonna come back? Can you help me cast this game? You gonna help me out here, dog? You got some good insight for me? Yeah, I'm gonna let her take a break off. She's been casting all day. I mean, she's probably just exhausted. So, what do you say we get this underway? I will click off the webcam and let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, this is a game between two players here that are actually teammates, part of the comp clan, if you will. So we have down here in the bottom of Polar Night, we have DalekCaan, and that's probably a video game character, and I probably butchered the name. So please do not judge me. That would be... please don't. And in the top, we have... oh, a little bit of going back and forth. Oh, boy. This name, we're going to go with Merisystematic. Merisystematic, something like that. Alright, so... a little bit of talk back and forth about this map and why it can be good or bad. Zergs tend not to like this map too much. It's a little tough, this map, if for those of you not totally familiar with sort of this is one of the newer ones. This third base is a little bit far away in this really wide ramp. It's just not very coverable. You have this one back here, but Zergs can't fast expand to it. It's in a nice spot, but you know, if you break down rocks here and here, it's two sets you need to break down, takes a little bit longer. It's just not their first choice. So these will be Platinum League players. Well, I guess one is a Gold League, but they're still pretty close. And just discussing a little bit of maps and what they want to do. And nothing out of the ordinary here. And just so you all know, I am a Protoss player, but I do watch a lot. So this matchup is probably, besides the mirror matchups, I guess, would be one of my less comfortable matchups, but I'm not too worried about it, as I'm pretty comfortable with everything that these guys are probably going to do. And actually, to respond to this, I am also not, I guess, well, the maps this season are just a little bit different. I mean, they clearly have some weird things like this kind of third base back behind with his odd little runaround sort of thing. It's a little tough. I mean, I don't know if I don't like them, but they are very different. And I do see how a lot of players may not like them, but I think it's kind of the next evolution of where StarCraft is going. You kind of need new maps to switch up things, and once the metagame has been figured out... oh, so much misclick, didn't see any. But once the metagame gets kind of figured out, the next kind of advancement is you need metagames on specific maps, and those things can start to be really figured out, you know, above the layer of metagame. So it kind of adds another layer, which is kind of nice. It's a good evolution for the game to go through. And we do see a pretty quick factory going down here for Merisystematic. These people need to have better names for me to cast with. What am I supposed to do with Merisystematic? Can I shorten it to just Mary? Maybe. Maybe let's go with Mary and Dalek? I hope it's Dalek, not Dalek or something weird. God, I'm going to butcher this name and people in the comments are going to yell at me for it, because it's probably some game that I should have played at some point, but have not yet. But regardless of what's going to happen after, let's focus on what's happening in this game. So we're going to have some Widow Mines coming out. It appears our Terran player is saving up for that second base, sorry. And it goes down in the main. Not going to make that on the low ground. Really, I don't think any sort of scouting. He's just kind of got this running around, which will die pretty quickly. Did see that this is going down. But besides that, not a whole lot. Luckily, there's not a whole lot else going on, which is very nice. So we'll see. We'll see what our Zerg player knows. He knows absolutely nothing. He doesn't even know if there's a base there. Perhaps Merisystematic lifted off and went to the natural right away. Probably be a very dumb idea. But you never know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. So it seems like both these players are just going to macro up. A little bit interesting. Dalek grabbing a Baneling nest. And he's got speed mostly on the way. No sign of roaches or another base going up. And as I say that, he quickly proves me wrong and throws down the roach warren. Dalek clearly having complete disregard for whoever would be casting this game. It's very rude of you, sir. Next time, please keep the casters in mind while you're playing your game. And some Zerglings are going to come out here for the first look, and with a Widow Mine and 6 Marines, nothing's going to happen here. And kablamo! And actually turns out okay for the Zerg player. He gets that Marine down a little bit. In case some of you missed the GSL, an interesting little tidbit with Widow Mines. At the pro level, one of the pro players that was Keen, I believe it was against Trap. It was either Keen against Trap or Keen against SOS, it was. He buried a Widow Mine somewhere about right here, and there was a worker going in and out of the gas, and the Widow Mine actually targeted the worker as it was returning, and the Widow Mine followed the drone into the refinery that was there and didn't go off, which is one of the oddest things I've ever seen. It happened several times in a row. So, note, if you bury Widow Mines here and they target a drone going into the gas, it will actually fail to detonate the shot, which is a very, very, very odd occurrence. And we shall see. I doubt that's ever going to happen, seeing as that was the first time it really had ever been seen. And Zerg opting for the third base out in front here. You can see Dalek getting well out in front of his supply, as Mary is a little bit behind, getting the supply capped here. It's very hard supply cap. Just started a depot. May have flown down an extra on one, or maybe he just finished one up and I didn't quite catch it. I am not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. I will miss things on occasion. I like this Overlord spread and controlling of the watchtowers right now. Just look at the vision of Dalek. I mean, he's got vision everywhere, which is absolutely great for him. Makes him feel very safe. Nice and cozy at home. He's got 2 queens here doing a pretty good job with creep spread. Lots of tumors going out. We'll have to see if he's going to extend down to the left side here. Not a lot of units coming out. Either of these players have a huge force. Dalek has 16 Marines, just got medevacs out, so we probably will be seeing drops here pretty shortly, but just 2 Zerglings and 4 Queens on the defense for Dalek, so clearly storing up, and we will see. Oh, are these medevacs going to skirt everything? Oh, and they are there flying in just the right spot. If they take a sharp left here, that would be great. Otherwise, oh my goodness. And he does, as I comment how good all of his his vision was. And this is not going to do much with 2 spines here. Yeah, and Mary decides no. But, however, this third base looks nice and juicy. I will drop off here and go to town. And all the units flooding over, but these Marines are in a great position. Burning that Widow Mine there. And that goes off on the larva, basically. Oh, and I don't like this decision at all. This medevac may get taken out. So close. Oh, these Marines are in a pretty good spot over here. And here comes some Zerglings, but Dalek smartly picks up, and he's going to get that medevac. Oh, and that's a tough loss. Oh, and this is starting to be not supremely worth it. These Marines are in a great location back here, however, but a couple more units coming over. Oh, and a good Widow Mine hit, but there is this Spore Crawler there that gave him detection. So we'll have to see. The units lost tab. Terran actually lost a little bit more, but in terms of the workers, if I can remember the hotkey for workers, there it is. He got 6 killed, so okay. I mean, it's alright, but it's not great. He didn't get really any structures, just took out basically a spine crawler, which I guess counts as sort of a worker, but not the best attack. He kind of overcommitted there a little bit, I feel. In terms of the units here, they are catching up a little bit now. Our Zerg player, now with 36 Zerglings and 4 Banelings, a little bit better than just the 12 Marines, 3 Marauders of our Terran player, but those Widow Mines, 5 of them, could come into play. He's finishing up the wall here, and looks like he is going to build on the low ground back here as he works on these rocks, and as I said, if you recall, he's going to have to break down 2 sets of rocks, which can be very painful. And these trees actually really mess some things up. And there's a scan going off. There it is. So we will see. I don't have him selected, so I can't see exactly what he saw. But I did see a spire go up a little while ago, and he did see it. So we shall see. And 8 Mutalisks on the way. While 1-1 is being upgraded for Terran. So these Mutalisks probably going to do a pretty good job. Terran really hate this because of this little cliff right here. You can fly backwards. It's very difficult to kill them. But he does have a missile turret going up, having seen that spire. And there will be one going up in the main, one over here. Merisystematic drops an F-bomb. He doesn't know what's going on. And we'll see what Dalek can get done. He's got the missile turrets up in time. 22 Lings on the way. Merisystematic. Oh, and these mutas are here unsuspecting. Neither player can really see the other one. Dalek, if he was looking specifically, can see that this is getting taken out slowly. We will have to see here. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Will he go in? These mutas are just sitting ducks right now. Merisystematic says, I forgot about all my upgrades. Oh no! Oh, there's combat shield, which he did not have, which is a big deal. Drilling claws going down. Both these players, money count getting a little bit high, but that's okay. This is Platinum League, so things like that are going to happen. These Mutalisks are just sitting here, and uh-oh, he sees them. And what's going to be done here? Oh, and 1 muta, 2 muta, 3... Oh, not 3. There it is, 3 muta, 4 muta, 5 muta going down. And I do not believe Terran lost anything. That is a huge mistake by Dalek. You really have to babysit those mutas. Cannot leave them just sitting there. And he's going to go with this Zergling Baneling aggression. Not many Banelings right now. Has enough gas to make plenty more. So you'll have to see exactly. He's got 74 Lings with 10 more on the way. He's going to have 84 Lings, which is a good amount. And this army is actually in a pretty poor position back up here. You know, if you leave him up here, it's going to be very hard to saturate this base. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be able to do there. I do like this Widow Mine placement. This looks like the Terran will... Looks like they will move out here. See if we can follow them. And he's going to run right into a lot of damage. Let's see if these Widow Mines are going to get down and do anything. And no, all of these Widow Mines going down. Still not burrowing. Oh, there we go. Can we get some hits? Oh, and large, huge hits. 6 out of every Baneling. 2 of those worth their weight in gold. 5 kills and 21 for that one. Those 21 kills were fantastic. Cleaning up creep tumors here. Forgot these 2 back here. He should pick those off and use another scan for just 1. Little bit of a waste there. Our Zerg player is going to try to sneak around, but he will be denied. Both of them kind of having a little bit of a stare down here as these Widow Mines are continuing to do well. And he's going to go in against this. I do not like that attack at all with no Baneling support. I'm not quite sure what our Zerg player plans to get done there. Our Zerg player, I feel like, is in better position, but really failing a lot of the time to take these engagement. He is up to 4 base. He's got everything saturated. You can see his income is out of control better. And our Terran's macro is slipping quite a bit. He's got 2,000, 1,000 in the bank while not being maxed out. Doesn't even have enough supply depots to max out, which is definitely a mistake. Our Zerg player is going to find very quickly, run into some problems here. And what is he doing in terms of units? Looks like he's going up to that greater spire. He's got level 3 armor coming up. Excuse me. Thought that might be Ultralisk there for a second, but it is not. And he's going to work on this 3rd/4th base, depending. And again, not a great angle. Oh, but with the second group coming in, they all get hit by Widow Mines, however. And finally, the Banelings rolling in, but there is just too much Terran here. Dalek needs to get out of here while he can and regroup. He needs to sacrifice this base. There's no way he can hold this with even decent targeting. And down goes that base, and the Terran player should possibly get out of here, but could continue, depending, and all these Banelings being made in a very poor spot. Getting surrounded by Zerglings, a little bit sloppy here, and here come way more. And at this point, you should probably pick up and leave. AK, you should probably pick up and leave, and he leaves some units behind. So our Zerg player plummeting in supply. Doesn't have that much gas banked up. Spent a lot on mutas that have been just getting torched. We'll see if he's going to go into Broodlords. Oh, and excuse me. Widowmine going down there. 2 more Overseers, wasting a little bit of gas there. He really needs to get an army back up and running as quickly as possible. So we see he has 15 and now down to 5 larvae. Needs to stay on top of that a little bit. 11 more drones coming down. That is quite a bit. Oh, do not want to disable sound. You can see the army supplies are quite a bit different. 76 drones now. He's going to have excellent saturation. He went ahead and moved this base back. I do like that play, not leaving this one out, but he will re-expand there. And this spore crawler slowly dying. Will die off for sure by the time this base gets up. And we're going to have to see what's going to happen here. I like our Zerg player's position if he can get kind of everything up and running again. His supply just hasn't recovered. He has money, even if he just made mass lings. Oh, and throwing away more mutas. Oh, this Terran player is in a massive lead, I think. I mean, just because the Zerg player should be better off, but he's just simply not. He has way too much money, not enough larvae. And that was a pretty good runaway. Oh, right into the Widow Mines, and that decimates the force of our Zerg player. Dalek is hurting right now. And, oh, great Baneling connections there. And Dalek may just hold on. Those 3-3 upgrades doing wonders against just the 2-2 of the Terran, who is currently working on 3-3. You have Adrenal Glands and Chitinous Plating, I believe that is. And Ultralisks are on the way. He does have the Greater Spire. He's got Ultralisk. I saw a, whatchamacallit. Oh, I can't forget the name of a unit mid-cast. The one that makes the free units. We'll have to see. Oh, but currently all these Zerglings coming in. Widow Mines get some good hits off. And this is going pretty even, but I don't like our Terran player staying here for too much longer if he can help it. This may start to swing very heavily with one more round, but a huge swell of units coming down the map will allow our Terran player to continue. Dalek is going to get out of this base and abandon ship. And Swarm Host was the name of the unit I was thinking of from before. Too many things going on for me to accurately figure out unit names and the like. And this base will go down, and Terran, oh, and these Widow Mines doing so much against the mutas. We have the Ultralisk coming in now, 2 more on the way, but can Mary be stopped? These Banelings that are finishing up will help tremendously. He's going to need decent splitting, which you don't see a lot in this level of play. Oh, and that Ultra was out there all by himself. Here we go, everything coming in, a good surround. Some decent connections there, pulling back, trying to pull that Zerg player back into the Widow Mines. Widow Mines burrowing down again, and the Widow Mine shots are pretty good, but that one Ultra should be enough to clean some things off, especially with another one coming in. A little bit of poor micro going on from our Zerg player. He's throwing away so many units here and there. And Dalek should get out of here post-haste. He knows that there's nothing left that he can do. And he will re-max out. Look at the production tab. Nothing right now for our Zerg player. Absolutely nothing going on. No units. He's got 15 larvae. He's got money. Finally, some Banelings going down. Some creep tumors. Oh, and a good, decent counterattack at the 4th here. But that planetary is going to make him turn around very quick. Dalek just cannot do any sort of economic damage. Oh, and a huge loss here. This is not going to go well. His force did not attack together. The Banelings were way behind. He's just taking poor engagement after poor engagement. And that's really, if he's a player that wants to advance into higher leagues, that's something that you have to be able to do later on. You have to be able to pick and choose your engagements. So critical for a Zerg player. And we have a Swarm Host here, not burrowed. Finally it will go out, but one Swarm Host, really, what is that going to do? And great Baneling connections. Really no splitting here by Mary. Oh, but he scans and finds that Swarm Host. Too late, sir. That will go away, and he's got to clean up this base again. And the supply really tells the story here. Terran player is just in a commanding lead and continues. He just can't quite put it away. All of his units must be sitting at home, and he is going into battle cruisers. And that will spell good night for our Zerg player. I don't know what he plans to do against battle cruisers. He's going to have to do a major switch into corruptors. Tons of drones getting taken out. He still has 71 drones to 84 of our Terran player, which at this point he might start to think about sacrificing some to get a bigger army supply so he can really overwhelm the Zerg. I do really like those battle cruisers coming out. I'm wondering, there's the rest of his army. He should not be attacking with a small force. This is a poor idea. Oh, and is he able to snipe? He does get another Ultralisk. That happens time and time again. Our Zerg player, he seems to kind of dart in and then get second thoughts. Oh, and he leaves these Banelings out to dry. And this is not a good fight for a Terran player. He really cannot take this. Oh, and he gets decimated here. Not very good trading, especially with all these units coming in. He really needs to form up his army. And again, he needs to pull back a little bit, especially into these battle cruisers. And our Zerg player for the first time gets a look at these battle cruisers coming out. Finally knows that those are our things. Starts 3 Corruptors, 5 Muta. Not sure why he's going Muta against such a thing, but we will have to see. And way too ambitious by our Zerg, or excuse me, by our Terran player. 3 Marauders against that. It's just not going to work out. But no anti-air to speak of, so these battle cruisers are just able to have their way. And there will be 2 more, I believe, sitting at home for him, as well as this huge army. Oh, and a big problem is all of these sitting at home. I don't know how long those haven't been mining for, but that is an issue. So space finally goes up. Oh, and these Widow Mines are great. Oh, and it does get off some good shots. And he is going to have to remake another Overseer in order to get him. And he heavily bruised those Ultralisk, which will be taken out. Sniped very quickly here. Hopefully, maybe sniped. You need some transfusions to save those. I didn't see if he's got a Queen bundled under there. I don't believe he does. Oh, but these battle cruisers are really going to start to swing the tide. Oh, and he needs to focus down on those Ultralisks. It gets him down pretty quickly. But I believe some Banelings connections under there and some corruption. Our Zerg player is holding on. He never seems to cross 120 supply. As I say that, he crosses 120 supply, but our Terran player seems to be pretty close to max out and always has about 30-40 supply lead on him. And finally, these Widow Mines will be taken out. These Marauders were left out to dry. Their companions ran away. And this is just a game where a lot of lost army, and I'd love to see our Zerg player get some sort of tech out. He's got these Corruptors, maybe go into Broodlords by chance. The other player has battle cruisers, so you're going to need Corruptors, but I would just want to see something else. Maybe something like Swarm Hose that can really swing the tide for him, help him put pressure and get some economic damage done, which is something he has not done at all this game. You know, even if with these planetaries, if you can park some Swarm Hosts here, down here where you can kind of protect them with high ground vision and whatnot, you can really harass, and any damage you do is completely free. As far as what our Terran player should be doing, it really needs to heal up these medevacs, which I believe those SCVs are coming in to do right as I say that. And yes, they are healing those up, so those were getting pretty low. And again, Terran player maxed out, Zerg player has 23 larvae, has a little bit of money at least, but just is not maxing out. And 4 Broodlords on the way and 3 Ultralisks. Those are, and some Infestors, those are not good against battle cruisers, so hopefully he makes a little bit more Corruptors. Otherwise those units are going to be very useless. The income here is very, very similar. The gas advantage heavily in the favor of our Terran player, who has 4,500 banked. So at this point he can start building some very gas heavy units. And he's going to attack over here, kind of push these back. Stimming, I feel a little early. Doesn't quite need to stim to take these out. Now half of his units are going to have to stim again, and it wears out just when the engagement happens. But he is able to take this out, and he's going to deny this base, it appears. And again, look at these battle cruisers doing absolutely whatever they would like. Now the Corruptors come out, and he got a little too over-aggressive with those. Those will go down, and good splitting here. I love the positioning of the Marines behind the mineral line. Will allow him to clean up so much. But these Broodlords are being worth their weight. The Corruptors are going to take out the battle cruisers. And these Infestors, what can they do? Just going to throw in some Infested Terrans into the mix. And for once, it appears that the Zerg had the better engagement. That is just something that has not happened in that game. Oh, and this would be a great snipe of a battle cruiser. And the supplies somehow even out. I feel like Mary just didn't reinforce his army the best in this game. He oftentimes had large groups of units sitting at home, not with his army, and then he'd push with a smaller army until he lost it, and then finally regroup. Just was never able to build up that critical mass. Another engagement going down here. The Zerg will win this. Being able to push the Terran player back. And this parade push of units is just not going to do well against all of these Broodlords that are just kind of sitting here waiting. And one unit after the other is just going to fall. And now our Zerg player is finally going to have a little bit of heyday. And a GG by our Terran player. Wow, I cannot believe it. With the amount of bank that he had built up, I do not think that battle cruisers were really the best idea. I really would have liked to see just a mass Marine Marauder supply and maybe sacrificing some SCVs. You don't need mining at this point in the game. Sacrifice some of those, build up a bigger army supply. He was just never able to put the Zerg away. Our Zerg held on, held on, held on. I really cannot believe that he was able to do it. And oftentimes our Terran players seem to have large groups of army just kind of sitting back here waiting. He didn't kind of form up. You really need to kind of parade push. You need to rally those units across the map instead of just at your main base. And for our Zerg player, good job holding on. Drops really weren't much of an issue this game. He was able to reestablish bases, kind of was just clinging for life in the future. He just needs to make more units. He had the money a lot of times and the larva, but things like Zerglings, just making more of them can really turn the tide of some of these battles. He did a good job later on in kind of taking some better engagements. Really got really far behind at the beginning, took some very, very poor engagements. So plenty more analysis could be done on this, but I feel like I have rambled on for a very long time, and I want all of you lovely people to get out and enjoy your weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is the Danisaur, and I think I will bid you a farewell. I'll pop on webcam to wave goodbye. Go out, have a drink tonight, really enjoy your weekend. It's going to be fantastic, and wish me luck on my move, which is why this looks like so much awfulness back here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later. Thanks for watching.